Hello, I'm Ariane. This is Book Zealots. Welcome to the October book meeting. We have a few items that we need to go over before we start our discussion. And let's start with the alphabet challenge. I still have 5 more letters that I need to complete. I don't believe that any of you will be able to help with that. We have letters N, Q, S. I have started a book, Say Nothing, which will help with the S. We have X, which I don't recall if I have a letter for that or book scheduled for that, and the letter Y. And then of course we have the list of books that need to be read. Hopefully in this last quarter, we have 3 more months, right? October, November, December, and then we start the new year. Depending on how this goes will depend on whether or not these get read. So you all need to make your case. Tell me a little bit about yourself, why you think you should be read for the month of October, which everyone probably knows that the month of October is Victober on BookTube. And let us begin. We are going to start with Adam Bede. I need you to make your case. Okay, so yeah, let's hear what you have to say, Adam Bede.
Adam Bede by George Eliot is a poignant and provocative novel that will resonate deeply with readers who appreciate rich, character-driven storytelling, nuanced explorations of class and social hierarchy, and the complexities of the human heart, making it a perfect fit for those who enjoy literary fiction that lingers long after the final page is turned.
Adam, a story that I'm sorry. Basically what you just said sounds AI to me, and I want this to be authentic. Just talk. Just tell me about yourself. Don't give me an AI summary, okay? Just go for it.
Stories about a guy who likes a girl.
Okay, I'm sorry again. That doesn't interest me. I need something with substance. Go.
But the girl he likes may or may not be a bit of a shatterbrain.
That is more interesting. I'll give you that. I'm going to let you gather your thoughts a little bit more. I know I kind of put you on the spot, letting you go first, and then we'll circle back to you, okay? Tess, are you ready? Let's go. Your turn.
You like Artie? You've read 2 of his books already, and you like them.
Okay, that's true, but I don't think that I don't base liking a book because I liked other writings by the same author. I know I've read Thomas Hardy books, but I like to read books based on individual books. So just because I like an author's writing doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to like absolutely everything that that author has written. I would much rather hear what you have to say about your book, Tess of the D'Urbervilles, rather than the author. Okay.
The author does a good job tackling the subject of a double standards applied to male and female, the relational behavior.
That doesn't really inspire me to pick up the book, but rather to throw it away. Sorry. What else do you have?
The author does a great job tackling Victorian taboos and consequences, also using symbolism.
Okay. Thank you, Tess. You're on the list. We have a buddy read, and our buddy read is going to be with Angie and the Great World. And yeah, hopefully you hold up to being a good book. Okay, so you are book 1. And let us go to, oh, hang on, thank you. Okay, Wives and Daughters by Elizabeth Gaskell. Thank you for joining us. We would like for you to express why we should explain to us why you think we should read you for the month of October for Victober. Go ahead.
There is a great attention to detail characters, and dialogue. We are confident that you will become transported into our world. We are not perfect, and the story is bittersweet. There is death, blackmail, secret promises, undisclosed marriages, and politics. We know you like politics. There is scandal, the ever worry of money that we know you have related to in the past. There is romance, but we don't think you will be put off by it. And comedy, the tragedy and mystery which might intrigue you.
Okay, thank you, wives and daughters. I'll get back to you. I do want to read you, even though I hated the beginning. You're obviously a large book. Don't be offended by that. But I don't know if I will be able to fit you in. There are other obligations that we have, so we might need to push you back to November or December. I'm not sure yet. We'll circle back to you as well in a minute. Okay, thank you very much. Glad you could make it. And let's go to the ultimate Jack the Ripper companion. And let's hear what you have to say. I'm quite positive, just by thumbing through you, that you have quite a bit to say about the Victorian era. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Jack brutally murdered at least 5 women between August and November of 1888. The book is dated, format, and epistolary. There are photos, sketches, and illustrations. It is gory, so do not eat while reading. This compilation is detailed and might be repetitive in some areas due to the information overlap. There are chapters that include other women other than the infamous 5. There are also chapters dedicated to the suspects of the time. The last chapter includes a letter written from Jack the Ripper. The letter was written in red ink and was dated the 14th of November, 1896.
Okay, that's concise. Thank you. I would like to add you to the Victober list.
I'd be happy to join you.
And you will be book 2. All right. We are going to, how about you? Southern Woman's Story by Phoebe Yates Pember. What are you about?
Phoebe was a representative, upper-class gentlewoman, a daughter of a Jewish merchant of Charleston who moved his family to Savannah in the 1850s. In 1861, she was a childless widow and to a post at the Chimborazo Hospital. In Johnstown, there is a mention of Clara Barton, who is very well known for helping the Union soldiers and for starting the Red Cross. Very few are aware of other nurses who also helped during the Civil War.
Okay, I agree with that. Wasn't there another book? Okay, last month I read another Civil War book about a nurse.
Are you thinking of Sally Louisa Tompkins?
Yes, that's her name. Sally Louisa Tompkins. Thank you. She was mentioned in the Politically Correct Guide to the South. I don't remember which month I read that, but yes, you are correct, and you sound interesting. So there seems to be more and more books coming about that offer information of women being nurses and helping during the Civil War. I really like that. Yeah, you're on the list. Book 3. You sound really interesting. Let's go to, how about you? Anthony Trollope, Can You Forgive Her? Obviously your title gives, kind of gives a foreshadowing. What would you like to say?
This is book 1 of the Palliser series. The story is about British life and contradictions. The story hits on issues, whether it be issues or issues, like political elections, marriage, values, and a predicament of one woman in particular. Her name is Alice. and the theme is echoed in each female character in the novel. There are Victorian moral codes, and Alice must pay for her poor behavior.
Okay. We are putting you on the list. I am putting you on the list. We have a buddy read with you. And the buddy read is reading ideas. And I believe Nigel has already mentioned it. So I will put his video in the description box. All right. We have, okay, that's actually book 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Where are we at? Gospel of Wealth and Other Timely Essays by Andrew Carnegie. What would you like to say? Sell yourself. Let's go.
This is an underdog story. Andrew started out quite poor. His parents were a poor weaving household living in Dunfermline, Scotland. He gives a brief information about the work he did as a child slash teen, which wasn't a term used then, and a kind of boss he had. He mentions how he came to invest in taxes, which we know the government didn't tax the way they do now. We know from other books, including The Johnstown Flood, how generous Andrew Carnegie was with his money. Who doesn't love a rags to riches true story, especially when the person was a philanthropist?
Okay, I like a good underdog story, and Carnegie, you absolutely have one, and I have read a little bit about you. Also, you were mentioned in The Johnstown Flood by David McCullough, and we have a read-along going on for a David McCullough read-along. Put that information in the description box as well. Do you have anything else that you would like to add? We are getting to a limit. I'm not sure is doable. Okay, we'll keep going. Better to have the big pile rather than not enough, as if that has ever been our problem. So I do believe, Great Bridge, The Great Bridge by David McCullough, you are already on the list because we had you as a read-along for September and October. And Adam Bede, that circles us back to you. We've gotten to everybody. So Adam Bede, have you collected your thoughts? Go ahead and convince me. Why should I read you?
Unrequited love, every which way to Sunday.
Okay. Okay, that sounds intriguing. Sort of, kind of, in a way. I'm going to add you to the list. And Wives and Daughters, I am going to be ambitious and also add you to the list. And yes, that's a lot. I know, I understand, but I appreciate each and every one of you for attending the October book meeting. And please leave a message down below and let me know what you are reading for Booktober, or just for the month of October. And if you're not participating in the David McCullough read-along, why not? Come on, join in. All right, bye.